Good morning. Well, let me see if there's anybody coming in yet. Well, there's my YouTube notification. That was pretty quick. Is there anybody here yet? Hello, Talana. Dodie. It's so early. Oh, there's already 7 people. Oh, hello, Charlotte Cortical. So today, hi, Armstrong. I'm so tired still. I'm trying to get myself awake, so I decided just to come on. I hope everybody's ready for the show tonight at 5:30. I thought we were doing Atwood tonight, but I guess I don't know if we are, because it said there was one at 2, but Atwood's channel says it's not until the 11th. But I'm starting to work on another show for Monday. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, it's like 9:38 in the morning here. I'm still I just woke up. I woke up at like 6, but then I fell asleep. So this is a stream that's going to be Monday. God, I'm so crappy at making graphics. So we're going to be doing this. So I'm going to be doing research on this. This one's pretty interesting. So a lot of people don't know anything about this. This museum for this was opened up in 2007 for the Shanghai Jewish refugees. So that'll be interesting. I did not, Sam. I've just been barely making it over here. Oh, yeah. I'm like still in a down mood. Some people know about it, but not a lot. I saw the museum. I never got to go to it. Oh, and I'm not drinking beer, if anybody's wondering. There's this water called Liquid Death. I saw it on Facebook. So I ordered it, and Mark Ribier advertised for it. So I was like, yeah, we'll try it. How is everyone doing? I'm so tired. I just took a shower. I'm exhausted. I don't know why I'm up this early. I seem to be up earlier. The stream is all ready for tonight. All finished. Let me see. I'm not a morning person. So the stream for tonight is all done. Got a lot of interesting stuff there, so that's going to be ready. So that's at 5:30 Central tonight. So what is everybody's plans for today? You can tell I'm so tired. I keep falling asleep. I didn't sleep very well last night, and then I was just like so bored yesterday. Like I spent most of the night alone. It's different, like having like I think I'm getting like a very too overstimulated by all this online stuff, like all of the social media and whatnot. Like I kind of want to get off a little bit, but like it's different being alone when like there's no kids, you have no like significant other, and you have no friends in real life. It gets really lonely. The Bailey Sarian came out with a new thing where she's doing like a podcast. It's pretty good. So I would recommend checking that out. Yeah, I never sleep well. Plus with my sleep apnea, I definitely never sleep well. And plus I have to go to the mall today. I really don't want to go to the mall. I have to return these shoes to Steve Madden. They're like a little too small. So I guess I could read the cannibalism book today. I know I've been saying that for weeks. I'm trying to think of what else I can talk about. Try to take ideas down. Rape of Non-Cain. Yeah, I have Xanax, but I don't like taking it. It makes me feel blah. Would you guys be interested? Yeah, it was really good, Talana. Would you guys be interested in hearing? Oh, I know what we can talk about this morning. Something I saw on the news the other day. It's on my Facebook. Let me find it. something that completely blew my freaking mind. Let me find the article. To do CBD, I could try CBD. I qualify for a medical marijuana card. So this school in New Jersey, right? They had a school project about somebody that had accomplishments. And this 5th grader wrote a paper about how Adolf Hitler had so many great accomplishments because he killed 6 million Jews. From the project, I was pretty great, wasn't I? My belief in anti-Semitism drove me to kill more than 6 million Jews. A 5th grader. Imagine what kind of family that this kid has to come from to think that Adolf Hitler had the greatest accomplishments for his anti-Semitic ideologies. How sick is that? And then the teacher let her put it up. A 5th grade girl. Oh, my internet's lagging. Oh, I thought that was a pretty crazy shit. Yeah, the teacher let her come to school. The parents dressed her up like Hitler and then let her go to school and do the presentation. I cannot believe when they only took down the presentation out of the school hallway after a student complained. So if there's 5th graders that complained about this, that know that this is wrong, there's no reason that there should be a parent that thinks that this is okay. I could not believe it. Yeah, he was technically, for his ideologies, he was considered that. But it's insane. My 4th grader has known about Hitler since at least the 3rd grade. And she knows that Hitler was terrible. Because our family is originally from Germany. I think we came over. I have to look this up every time. Where is my family from? My family is originally from I don't even know if I have the papers here. So my grandmother, when she died, she left a whole bunch of papers here about our family. And I don't mind sharing this because the names are so old, you'll never be able to. Where is it? Is this the paperwork? This is our Ellis Island passenger record for our family. My family came from they came over from Hamburg, Germany in 1910 on the Carpathia. And my family was my family knew that there was some stuff that was going to be going on in the future. They felt the anti-Semitic sentiments, so they decided to jump ship and head on over here. We ended up in Wisconsin. So I learned a lot about my family from that. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. My grandmother saved everything. So I have all of the information. Good morning, Lou. So, yeah, I think it was like my great grandfather and my grandmother, and then they all came over on the Carpathia between 1910 and 1911 through Ellis Island from Germany. I think maybe one of them came from Yugoslavia. Like they left from different areas, but we came from that area. I don't know much about my Hispanic side of the family at all. I don't really talk to my dad. I didn't even know I had a different dad until I was 16. We're not very close. I have 3 half sisters. I just met one half sister that I didn't know about in 2016. She's like 40 in her late 40s. I think she might be as old as my mother. She's not from my mom, obviously. It's from a different lady, but hi, bras. This is pretty fucked up. Yeah. She dressed as Hitler while delivering the character development project to the entire class. What teacher would and she did it on the eve of Memorial Day. What teacher would let the student do that? I don't know. I don't understand. Oh my gosh, I did see something really cute this morning. I've been watching stupid cute stuff. Let me see if I can show you. Oh, this is so dumb. There was a chipmunk. I was watching stupid animal videos. Oh my god, I'm so lame. There is this one. Look at the chipmunk.
He knows his name.
Charlie. The chipmunk knows his name.
3 years ago, I was randomly in my parents' backyard.
How cute is that?
I see this little thing just going back and forth.
Charlie.
It took me about a week and a half for me to actually approach him.
How cute is that?
He was very hesitant at first. I would use this cute voice with him, Charlie, like, come here. I would just keep on trying and trying and trying, and all of a sudden it became really natural.
Oh, it's so cute.
It's really cool. Charlie, Jack? The weirdest thing I've noticed is a beauty mark. Mine is on the left side, his is on the right. That is super weird.
I want a pet chipmunk now.
I've never seen a chipmunk with a beauty mark. And now he has a new friend. I call him Buddy. He got comfortable just because Charlie was there. Charlie is actually
I did too,
really jealous.
suit.
Charlie just got mad at me for feeding another chipmunk. Chipmunks are very territorial, so they don't want to be in the same spot.
Mad at me?
He was sitting looking at me like he was about to cry. That's so weird to see from a chipmunk. He did not take it. It's just like, I can't believe you did that to me, you know? High five.
Look how cute that is.
Freeze.
It's crazy how much he understands.
Freeze.
I don't know if he specifically understands all the words I'm saying.
Go.
He has that peanut he's holding.
Charlie, freeze.
And then I would show him another peanut, and then
They're just so darn freaking cute. How cute is that? I did see it, Lou. I was looking at it this morning. So does anybody have any plans today besides watching my stream later? Oh man, I don't want to go to the mall, but I have to return these shoes because they don't fit, and they were expensive, and I don't want to just have them around. I didn't realize how expensive the original Steve Madden shoes were. I needed a pair of sandals, so. I'm so excited about tonight's stream. It's going to be so interesting. I'm taking care of hubby. Now, oh yeah, I was making a list about stuff I have to talk about. Would you guys be interested in hearing about what's going on in China in the Xinjiang province? About the basically second Asian Holocaust tonight? Well, not tonight, but next time. Xinjiang. I think it's still pretty relevant. I'm 100% positive it's still going on. Fucking Chinese and their fucking shit. Here we go. Yeah, it's still going on. These freaking Chinese Communist Party piss me off. Oh, I hope you feel better, Dodie. Dozens are giving their accounts to a People's Tribunal in London, which China dismissed as clumsy public opinion show. Of course you would. The re-education camps, aka concentration camps. Students are made to wear shackles during hour-long classes. Guards in the camps do not treat the prisoners as human beings. They were treated less than dogs. So they were not only tortured, but also raped, sometimes gang raped. The things I've witnessed and experienced, I can't forget. There's also subject to forced sterilization. 1 million Uyghurs, a large Muslim ethnic group, have been detained in these internment camps in China's northwest Xinjiang province. And nobody, once you're taken, let's see if we'll play this. Of course, there's freaking ads. This is a very sad thing that's happening. And I can't believe that the Chinese think this is okay after what the Chinese did that we're going to learn about today.
Let's talk about the Uyghurs. They're an ethnic minority in China who say they're victims of horrific crimes.
The Uyghurs are facing genocide because of our religion and our ethnicity.
The UN thinks 1 million Uyghurs are being detained in camps, maybe more. The day before he left office, the American Secretary of State called it a genocide.
This is forced labor, this is forced sterilization, things that we haven't seen in an awfully long time in this world.
China says it is putting Uyghurs in camps, but that they're job training centers, and that the accusations of abuse are a lie.
所谓中国在新疆实施种族灭绝和犯人类罪，彻头彻尾，蓄意炮制的、耸人听闻的伪命题和恶意的荒唐闹剧。
So who are the Uyghurs? Why is the Chinese government putting so many people in camps? And should the world be doing more about it?
China's lying.
So much of what's going on with the Uyghurs is hard to pin down. Journalists and researchers can't get to them. And China says there's nothing to see anyway. Still, there's a lot of stuff we do know. Let's start with the basics. The Uyghurs are a Turkic ethnic group. There are more than 11 million of them. Most are Muslims, they have their own language, and they live in what's called the Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region.
We call our homeland by its historic and the symbolic name East Turkestan, rather than Xinjiang, which is the name given to us by the Chinese occupiers.
That was in the late 1800s.
Oh, I'm sorry, China, who sounds like the Japanese imperialist army now.
And here's Xinjiang on a map. It's huge, 3 times the size of France. It's got oil, gas, and a lot of the world's cotton comes from here.
That is why they're trying to get rid of them, because they want the resources all to themselves. That's why the Japanese imperialist army took over, and Japan decided to take over Manchuria, because Japan's economy was coming back after the First World War, and they were running out of resources. Their economy was faltering. Their population was boosting. So what do? Oh, let's invade Manchuria and take over their resources. That's exactly what's happening with China and Xinjiang right now.
Plus, a part of China's Belt and Road Initiative is being built through it. It's a multi-billion-dollar network of highways and railways to connect China to Europe and beyond.
I think the Chinese government has used the Belt and Road Initiative to justify a need for heightened security.
And there has been trouble there.
Ethnic tensions between the native Uyghur community and the majority Han Chinese have existed for years.
Uyghurs have often protested about being oppressed. Many have called for their own state, and some have organized attacks. While China hosted the Olympics, a series of bus bombings were claimed by a group called Turkestan Islamic Party. In 2009, there were riots and fighting between the Uyghurs and Han Chinese, and 200 people died. most of them ethnic Han. And in 2014, a bombing at a market and a knife attack at a railway station killed 30 people and injured more than 200. That's when China really came down hard on Xinjiang.
The Chinese government is confident and capable of cracking down on violent terrorists.
We should be clear, there have been violent attacks occasionally by small groups of people in that region, but there's little to no credible evidence that could in any way justify the kinds of policies that we see.
So what are we seeing? Well, the accusation is that China is trying to exterminate Uyghur culture and their identity.
They sure are
Uyghurs who
trying to exterminate them.
Say China's doing it in all kinds of ways. Forced labor, children being indoctrinated. Women being sterilized or forced to have abortions. It's a long list of allegations. And then there's all those camps. We know there are hundreds of them in Xinjiang. Activists say Uyghurs from all walks of life, professors, doctors, public leaders, ordinary people too, are all detained without a warrant, charge, or trial. Even loyal supporters of the Communist Party haven't been spared. Getting a look inside one of these places hasn't been easy. Although Chinese state media have released their version of what goes on there.
Uyghurs are shown eagerly learning Chinese, getting job training, and dancing and singing songs praising the Communist Party.
All this, as some argue, is making people freer from poverty, from illiteracy, and from extremism.
Oh my gosh, it's like insane that this is happening in 2000. Oh my gosh, and they're one of the most police state in the world. I wonder if I could show you. This will be an interesting topic. Xinjiang police state. This is the most police state in the world. Let me show you this. This is interesting. Of course, there's an ad. Hate freaking ads.
到处都是监控，每天装甲车啊，一些坦克在市区里面走来走去，也没有具体的法律规定，没有它的一些尺寸。
Reporting in Xinjiang, in China's far northwest, feels like traveling in a war zone. So we're here in Urumqi, which is the capital of Xinjiang, in a market downtown. The security here is incredibly tight. There are armored cars on the street, police stations on every corner, and tons of surveillance cameras. In the past year, police have stepped up security. The region is now under what's probably the most intense government surveillance in the world. Here, China is experimenting with futuristic spying technologies. For years, China has tried to suppress a separatist movement made up of Uyghurs, a local ethnic group. Authorities say the separatists are Islamic terrorists. We came to see what life looks like in a place where your every move can be monitored.
And I have no doubt that there's terrorist cells in that area, but you can't punish an entire population for that.
To be in Xinjiang means being checked every day, multiple times a day. When you go to a market, when you drive a car, when you take a train, even your smartphone is checked. As reporters, we were stopped dozens of times by police in just a few days. Our interviews were interrupted. We were detained and chased out of town. Daily life can be exhausting even for people who approve of the security, like this wine shop owner we met.
非常麻烦，就会给人造成一种困扰。人一旦有了困扰，他就不愿意去干这个事。对，就像我喜欢逛街，但是我一去逛街就要查个身份证的话，造成的困扰，我就不愿意上街了。
The surveillance apparatus falls hardest on Uyghurs. Farhat Imin sells pomegranate juice in the streets of Urumqi. He used to sell Islamic items, but after ethnic riots in 2009, the police forced him to close his shop. Imin has had run-ins with authorities since. He was once sent to jail for buying hashish. Now, he says every time he goes through a checkpoint, his ID sets off an alarm. Imin says authorities are targeting him because he's Uyghur. The government didn't respond to requests for comment. Chinese rulers have been trying to control Xinjiang for roughly 2,000 years. The region is well positioned for controlling trade routes between Europe and Asia. It's also rich in oil, coal, and natural gas. In 1949, Mao Zedong sent his army into Xinjiang and incorporated it into the People's Republic of China. Many Uyghurs saw this as an act of colonization. Over time, riots erupted.
We are right. That is an act of colonization. Damn, I feel like I can't believe this is still going on. Like, we'll talk about that. That one's interesting. Xinjiang, China. I just can't believe it. And you guys should look up the number of organ transplants that are being done in China with the availability of the organs. The official documented available organs to do transplants with in China is lower than the number of transplants that are being done. Where do you think those organs are coming from? You guessed it. Victims of the re-education camps. So, yeah. That's an interesting little bit of history that's happening right now. That is true, Lou. They did say they could have more children because they're running out of women. And the reason, because of the policy, they're running out of women, and that's why there's like an uprising in like child brides, kidnapping from territories and stuff of women to have marriage with. So interesting. So I'm trying to think of other topics to do. I know that there's a lot of stuff that happened in Cambodia, but I have no clue about anything about Southeastern Asian history. Cambodia. What was the guy's name? Pol Pot or something? I know nothing about that type, but I could talk about that. Cortical. Is there any other good topics you can think of? You're knowledgeable. It's going to be 90 degrees here today. What is 90 degrees in Celsius? 32 degrees Celsius, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Not looking forward to it at all. Oh, crap. It's already 10. The mall opens at 11. I have to call them. Yeah, you think that people would be throwing some, big displays of outrageous, like being outraged. But there's so much money. Benghazi Accountability Coalition event. The Khmer Rouge. Yeah, I know very little about that part. I wanted to do the Bataan Death March too. Oh yeah. So, yeah, it's 10:06 here. God, why do I feel so gross? So yeah, Khmer Rouge. Kuru, what's Kuru? Vietnam's. I actually took a college course about Vietnam in 2005, but I didn't pay attention. I dropped out of school. But I have so many books on the Vietnam War. And I read a really good book. I think it's the movie When Heaven and Earth Switch Places, about like women that were brought over to the United States after marrying soldiers over the Vietnam War. Oh, there's also a really good website if you like text of what was it called? If you guys want to like go into a deep dive of interesting things, there's this website called Sacred Texts, which has everything from Book of Shadows, evil, grimoires, Gnosticism, Neo-paganism, Satanism, tarot. All of the books of all of this stuff is uploaded on here. That's a really interesting website that I go to. If you guys want to go down a rabbit hole, there you go. That'll keep you guys busy today. I looked up the grimoires, I think it was. Where was it? The 7 Books of Moses, the Key of the Solomon the King. So it has like very interesting stuff to look at for sure here. That'll keep you guys busy. Ooh, the Gardenian Book of Shadows. This is a lot of interesting stuff in it. If you guys like to look at this kind of stuff. The I Ching. The Isaiah Tablet of Colonel. They have evil. Chaos magic. H87, the devil. A lot of interesting stuff here to read, guys. Of Hui's text. What section would he be under? It's broken into different sections. What is he under? Cortical. Yeah, this one has a lot of interesting stuff. Then what is it? Lovecraft anthologies here. We have stuff on parapsychologies. Nostradamus. Jainism, that's an interesting one. Islamic heresy. Okay. Where was Islamic? Chaos magic? Where did I just see chaos magic? I just seen it. These texts all of these texts are pre-World Wide Web bulletin board postings. It says stuff transcendentalisms. Austin Osman. That's where Austin Osman Spirit and the Zoskia cultists. This is a long read. Austin Osman, The Book of Pleasure, Self-Love, and the Psychology of Ecstasy. Yeah, this website again is this one. This one has a lot of interesting stuff on it. Freemasonry. Asia. And folk tales, just a lot of interesting stuff. What? The Ainu people. And you could actually get the DVD. This thing's been online forever. You can tell it's like made like archive of electronic texts about religion, mythology, legends, and folklore, and occult and esoteric topics. It's been online since 1999. I'll check it out. Oh, shoot. But yeah, that's an interesting site. I've spent hours on this site before, man. Shinto. Ooh. They have the Kojiki. Genji and Monogatari. Yep, I highly recommend going to this website. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to go. I have to get ready to go. Yeah, Shinto is fascinating. I just have to go to the mall, and I don't want to go. But I got to return these shoes. So I love you guys. I will see you tonight. 5:30, we have the stream. That one might be a little long. So you guys have a nice morning. You guys have a good day, and I will see you all later. I know. I just got paid. Well, I got paid a little bit today for my part-time job. It's not a lot of money, but I might have to pay a little extra to get the shoes switched. And if I don't do it now, I'm never going to have the money to do it again. Because I'm a broke bitch. So, I know it's going to be hard to go to the mall and just go to one store and walk out. I'm going to want to walk around, but I can't. See you, everyone. More people, bill collectors calling me. See ya. Bye. Love you.